I might just say at the beginning that, all right, let's watch this trailer, but we're not going to show people because of copyright. Because we hate you. Thank you, Sony, for copyrighting everything that we ever do.
Yes, Sony.
Oh, that goblin laugh.
Who did the thing?
Who did it? Oh, they pulled the...
Hello, Peter. And that's where he's coming in. That's Andrew Garfield right there. Gonna save MJ.
It's like, I let my one die. I let my Gwen Stacy die. I'm not gonna let your MJ die.
Right.
It's actually coming out 2 days earlier in the UK.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, shit. Oh, no, Spider-Man.
Yay, UK. Finally a good reason to be here.
Finally a good reason to be in the UK. Early Spider-Man movies. How did you feel about that trailer?
I honestly thought the trailer was a bit busy.
Yes.
It's a bit busy, and I will say my number one complaint, I understand everybody's older now, but that much CG on faces is not ideal. I would have rather had old villains.
Yeah.
I would have rather had old villains from a world where they beat Spider-Man than young CG villains. It just doesn't work.
It's the MCU. It's just all CG, isn't it, at this point?
But just on faces is the uncanny valley. Like, Jamie Foxx does not look right.
No, he doesn't. He really doesn't. Do you know what the parts I actually... So I like the trailers overall, and I think I'm going to enjoy myself as a movie.
Are we going to go see it, or are you going to have to carve out time? Because you might not be able to... But I'm pretty flexible now.
We'll see how that goes. I'd like to go watch it in cinema together. But I tell you what I didn't like about the thing is that, they made the jokes of how young Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that really, really old movie with the aliens and whatnot? Right. And it was a big joke. It was very funny. It was good and whatnot. Yeah. They're doing too much of that.
Yeah, I feel you.
And they're like I'm Dr. Octavius, and it's like, there's just some old guy. That's all he is, isn't it? That's all he really...
I saw trending on Twitter was Doc Cock. And it's like Marvel fans. Oh, Spider-Man's too young. Also Marvel fans. Doc Cock.
Yeah.
Which is it? Also, it's funny. It is funny.
So they didn't show Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield in that whole thing.
I actually think that's a heavy-handed way to tell us they are in it, because I feel like if they weren't in it, we would have seen them as Spider-Man, like looking through a rift.
Yeah.
And that would have been, okay, they're not in it. But the fact they were completely, and we know at least one of them's involved.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I tried to avoid seeing anything about this until today.
Me too.
However, it's the internet, and you can't avoid something this big. So there was little glimpses of things that I saw, and I saw one clip in particular. And there was that shot where Electro, Sandman, and the Lizard are lunging towards Spider-Man. It's a very big open shot, and it's all just against Spider-Man.
I've seen enough Marvel movies to know that's not a 1v3. I know
It's very obvious that they doctored that to remove the other Spider-Man from that shot.
I mean, and let's just say
they did it with Infinity War.
They did it with Infinity War.
Glove,
Let's even say that the shot ends with all three of them there.
Yeah.
But it starts with just RP.
Yeah.
And then the two others jump in. We all knew Cap wasn't facing Thanos' army on his own. Right? You knew that. We knew from the second we met Iron Man's daughter that he was going to die.
Yeah.
We also knew the second we saw Cap, something was coming to save the day. Yeah. You just know these things.
There is one other thing as well. They made like an editing error apparently.
Oh?
I didn't see it in this trailer. Maybe it was another version of the trailer, but it was a slow down shot. And that bit where they're lunging, they're all lunging in different directions to Spider-Man.
Right.
Which is something funny right there. But also, the Lizard at one point takes a hit from an invisible person.
Oh no.
And it's very clear what happened was either I guess Andrew Garfield's ahead. And he gives a punch.
I mean, here's the thing.
And Lizard's just like...
Here's the thing. We know...
I love how they edit out a person, but they're like, yeah, but he could move like that.
We know for certain Andrew Garfield's in this movie. I'm going to say...
We know.
Simply because they had MJ fall off the tower in that exact same way.
Right?
If you don't have Andrew Garfield come in and save her where he missed Gwen, that's the way you do that.
That was...
So I'm saying confirmed right there. And this is what I don't like about trailers. Don't edit stuff out so you're lying to me.
Yeah.
Edit it properly so that I only see what is exactly in the movie, but set in a certain way to tell me a version of the story you want me to know.
Yeah.
And then I come and experience the whole thing.
Lying is just totally indisingenuous.
Yeah, it's not okay, yeah.
I do have an issue with that one scene.
Oh yeah.
Because those bastards know how impactful that scene was to us.
Is that supposed to be a pun?
How much it... Oh!
Hey! Oh no. That actually might be my favorite scene in any of the Spider-Man movies, but I hate it. But it's so good.
It got us in the heart, and then they used that against us. You motherfuckers! You motherfuckers! That is it.
Yeah.
I'm still excited to see it. It's interesting they changed Electro's look as well.
Yeah.
Electro was a blue alien, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it's interesting to see.
And they're like, hey, now he's an actual Electro.
Like, obviously, Doc Ock is a good guy now.
Yeah.
Or not a villain.
We don't know. They may be setting it up in the trailer that way to lie to us again.
Cool, yeah, could well be. Yeah, he's taking in that fatherly role that he knows a Peter Parker needs to then frick him over and, start a sun and then not drown it in the Brooklyn River?
It's like, wait a minute, you're Peter Parker? Brilliant, but lazy. he just says that. No! Tom Holland's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? MJ's like, this guy's a weirdo, bro.
Yeah, what a dick.
It's like, no, let's go. Get back on topic.
I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
I hope it's good. It looks too busy. And I mean that from a villain perspective. I'd rather have had one badass Doc Ock have to take in 3 Spider-Man than 3 Spider-Men and like 7 baddies, it looks like. Seems a lot. I actually don't know where my hype level is for the movie. I was going to say, I'm at like a 5 or a 6. I actually don't know. I can't tell if I'm going to forget about it till you remind me and we go, or if I'm going to be excited the whole way up until... I don't know.
I feel like I'm more on the forget side.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now. It's going to be okay to watch. I don't think it's going to be a bad movie.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great fun to see Tobey Maguire. It's going to be great fun to see Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, that's
going
to
to
be my highlight as well.
It's going to be cringe when they do the cringe jokes.
Yeah, it will be.
And I think it's just going to end up being it's a Spider-Man movie.
I'll tell you as well, I feel like Tom Holland's brand, for me, has been really badly damaged by the Uncharted stuff.
Ooh, yeah. Just the interviews is enough.
And it's not that he's not talented. In fact, I think he's probably more talented having seen the stuff from Uncharted, because I thought he just played Peter Parker. That's all he could really do. It sounds like he can do a lot. He's got a lot more range, and he's still very good. But just things like, that comment about focusing on his muscles, how the entire look of the movie is wrong, which, by the way,
Nathan Drake.
Yeah, and by the way, that whole look of the movie has nothing to do with him. But I feel like it's dinged his brand for me.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're completely wrong. This movie's a banger.
Hopefully.
I really want it to be.
Finally, something in the MCU would be worth watching.
Right, exactly.
Right,
Otherwise, it's just only DC movies.
Exactly.
We'll finish it and just have to come back and watch Justice League to get that bad taste out of my mouth.
Exactly, just to wash out the palate,
Right.
just to wash out the palate. Let us know, guys, in the comment section how you felt about the trailer. What were the best parts about it? What did you like? What you didn't like? I have to say, I said this when we was watching it. Is that Harry Osborn after... So there was Green Goblin flying in, and there was someone else that was a bit more blurred, not as green.
I think I missed that.
Is it Harry Osborn? If we get James Franco in here, that'd be a fucking win.
That would be sick.
James Franco's a great guy.
Yeah, boy.
All right, guys. Catch you all in the next one. And I'll see you later, bro.